The hair is just doing its own thing today. Goodness gracious. All right, hi, hello, welcome back. My name is Kim, and today we're going to be talking about December 2023 releases that I'm very excited about and I have added to my Storygraph TBR. The first 4 books all come out on December 5th. We'll start with a thriller from Darby Kane, and that's The Engagement Party. Darby Kane has quite a few thrillers out, none of which I have read, but I am interested in reading this one. We follow Sierra. She's attending an engagement party on a main island. At this engagement party, a ton of her friends from her graduation day, it's unclear if it's college, high school, what that looks like, are also attending. A dead man is found in the trunk of a car with a note that tells the truth. Whatever the truth is, I don't know. And then there's the reference to a graduation day, like I talked about from 12 years ago, where there was 1 death and 1 suicide. So I'm assuming the note is connected to that death and suicide and whatever happened on that graduation day. And all of Sierra's friends who are attending this engagement party know more than they're leading on. This next book is a literary fiction / kind of like science fiction. And from the summary and some of the blurbs that I had read online about it, has some of my favorite things. Great prose and a story about what it means to be human. And this is Orbital by Sarah Harvey. Also, look at this cover. It's absolutely beautiful. We follow 6 people who are part of this like space mission program, and they go up to space, and it's the last mission in the program. As they're orbiting Earth, we see them communicate with family back home, communicate with each other, form bonds with each other, and just generally observe Earth. And you would think that this book being about space and going up into space would be like over 500 pages or whatever. No, this is under 200 pages, which is, you know, I think that it has the ability to pack quite the punch in such a short amount of pages. So I'm excited for that one. The next one is a contemporary fiction, and that is Flores and Miss Paula from Melissa Rivero. Flores and her Peruvian mother Paula live in a Brooklyn apartment, but their relationship has not been the same since her father passed away, and he really, I guess, acted as like a bridge for the both of them together. So he was very pivotal to their relationship with each other. While cleaning one day, Flores finds a note that was left under her father's urn, and it says, "Forgive me if I failed you. Remember that I always loved you." Flores experiences lots of memories coming back to her, and a newfound cracks develop in her already damaged relationship with her mother. The reason I was really drawn to this one is it says that it focuses on the complexities of mother-daughter relationships. I love reading books where it's a focus on a complex relationship between 2 people, the history of how they got to that point, what were the breaks, and because there's all these like unsaid and very subtle things where if it's written well, it can really make the relationship to the reader come to life and feel just so fleshed out. So this next one has a bit of a confusing, convoluted summary, so just stay with me while I try and describe it. I had to reread it a couple of times to really get a grasp on what it's about, but once I got it, I was like, okay, this sounds pretty interesting to me. This is a queer sci-fi, and it is Yours for the Taking by Gabrielle Korn. There's a few different characters mentioned in the summary: Jacqueline, Shelby, and Olympia. Oh, and Ava. Yeah, there's 4 different characters. The setting within this one is that the world is drastically different due to climate change. It's basically unsafe to be outside. The only way people are safe and can be saved, and my impression is it's like a ticking time kind of a situation, is to get onto the Inside Project. And this is kind of like a weather-safe city that was built. This dome was created by a billionaire and women's rights activist, Jacqueline. Enter Shelby. Shelby lands a job with Jacqueline as her personal assistant and kind of gets swept into the world of corporate feminism. Also enter Olympia, who Jacqueline had recruited to run the health department inside the project. Enter also Ava, who also works with Jacqueline on the project, but I am totally unclear as to what her purpose is within the story. But essentially we follow along with Ava, Olympia, and Shelby as they work on this project together, work very closely with Jacqueline, and they start to notice cracks in Jacqueline's system, and apparently Jacqueline becomes more unhinged and dangerous in what she's willing to do. It's apparently an unflinching indictment into the cis corporate feminism world. It sounds like quite the big cast of characters and a lot will be going on, but I'm definitely interested in it. Okay, so this next one is going to be released on December 12th, and this is a romance. It's The Stage Kiss by Amelia Jones. In this one, we follow along with Eden and Brayden as they both have roles in a play that is like a retelling of Pride and Prejudice. I will not lie, that is what hooked me into this right away. And then Eden plays Liz and Brayden plays Darcy. They apparently really don't like each other when they meet as well, but they have to emulate the chemistry that Darcy and Liz had in the movie, but replicated on stage. Like, you have two angsty people who don't like each other, but then do end up liking each other on stage as they play Darcy and Liz. Say less. The last two are both released at the very end of the year on December 26th. The first one being The Weekend Retreat by Tara Laskowski. If you're somebody who likes to read about very rich people just becoming unhinged in all their glorious wealth, then this is probably going to be right up your alley. Within this one, we follow the Van Ness siblings, and they're very rich and heirs to a copper fortune. They gather at a winery. Apparently problems come to the surface and they're all really just pushed to the edge. There's an added factor within this that like the secrets come to the surface, but also apparently somebody's been watching them. The last one that I'm going to talk about is a romance, and it's On the Plus Side by Jenny L. Howe. If you like romances where you're kind of following along with like a TV show, there's potentially some celebrities involved, then this is probably going to be right up your alley. We follow Everly as she joins a plus-size makeover show to have her style and life transformed. Think kind of like Queer Eye-esque. There's a very grumpy and kind cameraman who Everly strikes up a friendship with, and this friendship, I guess, has very good chemistry. They just get along really well with one another. It gets captured by accident and televised, and people all over the world are just rooting for Everly and this cameraman to get involved with each other. On top of all of that, Everly is having an incredibly difficult time putting herself out there, putting herself on TV for the world to see. And I just think it sounds really cute, so I'm excited for that one. So that is all the releases that I'm really excited for in December. Let me know if there's any that I missed that you're really excited for, and I hope you're enjoying what you're reading and have a really great day.